Story time. I went out to dinner a couple weeks ago, before Christmas, and I'm sitting at the bar at a restaurant in the, Oak Brook area, suburbs of Chicago. Nice dinner, place that I like, and as I'm sitting there, I'm just enjoying my dinner. I'm not there to meet or date or do anything. I'm just there to have a nice meal, and it's close to home, and the food is good, and there's a vibe in the place. So there ends up being a nice group of people. There's some action. There's some things to look at while you're in there, and it's like, okay, there's some activity. And as I'm finishing my dinner, and I think I was having a glass of wine at the time, a man comes over and scooches next to me. And I'm like, oh, okay. And he starts talking to me. And this is not uncommon in general. Guys just talk to other guys. I mean, it's just, especially older guys, they see the white hair and they're like, okay, we're going to talk about whatever. Because guys just, as they get older, they start talking fine. This guy's not an older guy. He's maybe in his 30s. And I'm 49. And he comes over and he starts telling me that there's a woman down the bar who's interested in me. And he's selling it pretty hard. He says, she's checking you out, blah, 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 blah. And I said, oh, that's, thank you. And, I introduced myself and, and then she looks over and she's a little, like, oh, I'm kind of embarrassed, but whatever. And he said, why aren't you talking to her or interested? And I said, I just came here for dinner. However, now that you mention it, I see that she has a ring on her ring finger, on her hand for the ring fingers, the taken finger. I said, so even if I was interested, I said, a guy like me isn't going to have a conversation with her because she has a ring on her finger. And then she looked over and she said, she listened. And I said, you have a ring on your finger. And she said, oh, well, that's not what that is. It's blah, blah, blah. It's this and this and this. And I said, any man with any integrity isn't going to speak to a woman that has a ring on her ring finger, even if he is interested, and even if she is interested in him. That's just how I roll, and I would expect other men of integrity to roll the same way, and certainly they all don't, or they maybe all do, and there's lots of men that don't operate that way, but this guy does.